Hi, hope you're doing well. We need to schedule a meeting for our project update. Should we go for an online meeting or meet in person?
Hi, I'm doing fine, thanks. Considering everyone's tight schedules, I think an online meeting would be more convenient. What do you think?
I agree, an online meeting would be best. Can you arrange it? Also, it's mandatory that we have the team leaders attend the meeting. And if possible, let's invite our bosses, but we'll mark them as optional attendees.
Sure, I can do that. I'll set up the online meeting and ensure the team leaders are aware it's mandatory for them. I'll also send an optional invite to our bosses. Do we have a specific date and time in mind?
How about next Thursday around 10 a.m.? Does that work?
Next Thursday at 10 a.m. sounds good. I'll check everyone's availability. Also, could you provide me with the purpose and agenda for the meeting? I want to include that in the invitation so everyone knows what we'll be discussing.
Absolutely, I'll send over a brief description and the main points we need to cover by the end of the day. It'll help keep our discussion focused and productive.
Perfect, I'll wait for your email and then finalize the meeting details. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to getting everyone together and discussing our next steps.
来週の水曜午前10時に会議設定をお願いします。
Could you please schedule a meeting for next Wednesday at 10 a.m.? Could you please schedule a meeting for next Wednesday at 10 a.m.?
部長の参加は必須で、技術スタッフは任意です。
The attendance of the department head is mandatory, while technical staff is optional. The attendance of the department head is mandatory, while technical staff is optional.
会議案内に必ず目的とアジェンダを含めてください。
Please be sure to include the purpose and agenda in the meeting invitation. Please be sure to include the purpose and agenda in the meeting invitation.
Good afternoon. I have the schedule for the bi-weekly project meeting that you asked me to prepare.
Thank you. I have been thinking, since this is a new project, I believe we should have more frequent meetings at the early phase. What do you think about that?
Sure, we can definitely adjust the meeting frequency. How often would you like to have the meetings?
I think we should have weekly meetings for the first 2 months of the project, then we can switch to bi-weekly. That way, we can ensure that we are on track and identify any issues early on.
That makes sense. However, considering the importance of the project, how about we start with daily meetings for the first week? This could help us quickly establish the direction of the project.
That sounds even better. It's important that we start strong, and I agree that having daily meetings initially will help us do that. Thank you for the suggestion.
Great, I'll schedule the daily meetings for the first week starting next Monday at 10 a.m. After that, we'll transition to weekly meetings on Mondays for the following 2 months. Following that, we will switch to bi-weekly meetings.
Excellent. Thank you for being flexible and making the necessary adjustments.
Of course, it's important to ensure that we are all aligned and on track with the project goals. Is there anything else you need me to do in preparation for the meetings?
No, that's all for now. Thank you for your hard work.
ミーティングの頻度はどれくらいが良いでしょうか？
How often would you like to have the meetings? How often would you like to have the meetings?
プロジェクトの初期段階は週2回会議しましょう。
Let's have meetings twice a week in the initial phase of the project. Let's have meetings twice a week in the initial phase of the project.
プロジェクトが軌道に乗ったら週例会議に切り替えましょう。
If the project gets on track, let's switch to weekly meetings. If the project gets on track, let's switch to weekly meetings.